All your latest news and starter sit advice right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. And welcome, everybody. Good morning, London game. We got to get ready for that. That's in an hour and a half. So let's get you the lineup decisions that you need, or the news that you need to make your lineup decisions. Derek Carr might play, Heath. What do we do with that information?
I don't see a huge difference in my projections between Derek Carr and Jameis Winston. So I'm just going to treat everyone just about the same, no matter who the quarterback is. In a 2-quarterback league, it sounds like you can probably start Carr. Maybe we see a few more targets for Michael Thomas as opposed to Chris Olave because that shoulder is a little bit sore. Maybe there's a couple of extra dump offs to Alvin Kamara, who's making his 2023 debut. But for the most part, I don't see a major difference in terms of the weapons for the Saints.
Okay, Aiden O'Connell is going to start for the Raiders as Jimmy Garoppolo is out. So what does that mean for Jacoby Myers? I think everyone's going to start Devontae Adams. What does it mean for Jacobs and Myers?
Yeah, as far as Jacobs, I'm not too concerned. I think the Chargers' run defense is going to be bad no matter who they're facing. Maybe a few less dump-offs, but his involvement in the passing game is mostly when Myers was out anyway. It does make Jacoby Myers harder to start as a number 3 wide receiver. He would have been a high-end number 3 with Garoppolo. With O'Connell, I view him as more of a mid-range to low-end number 3 option.
Would you start Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and Tutu Atwell over Jacoby Myers today?
100% would start Nico Collins over him. I believe I also have Tank Dell over him. I think 2-2, I would prefer Jacoby.
Okay, some more news. Joe Burrow practiced in full this week. Does that give you more faith in him against Tennessee?
No, I'm pretty much treating it as if I have to see Joe Burrow look like Joe Burrow. Even if the throwing is perfectly fine, and this is a great matchup, it's still a big deal that he's not scoring those 2 fantasy points per game on the ground like he has for most of his career.
What about Deshaun Watson with the shoulder injury? He says he's going to play. Did you downgrade him or Cooper or anyone else?
Well, and they've got also David Njoku had the big accident he's trying to play through. I'm a little bit concerned about this offense. We've seen the total for it come down a couple of points, and I didn't really want to start Watson anyway. Cooper's a low-end number 2.
I'm seeing a report from Adam Schefter that the Dolphins are going to try to get Devon Achane more involved today, that he's earned more work. I don't really know exactly what that means. He got a ton of work last week. But anything changed with you in terms of him being a low-end starter, Achane?
Yeah, that one even came with a but. He's earned more work, but the issue is the Dolphins' depth at running back. I don't think he's going to get more work than Raheem Mostert. I'm still starting Mostert as a number 1 running back. Achane is a borderline number 2, a fantastic flex, although I'm pretty sick about the fact that I started him over Dave Montgomery in one league.
Oh, you should have stuck with your guy. All right, let's talk about some other running backs here. Saquon Barkley's doubtful, so don't start him. But Andrew Thomas is also out, which is a big blow for the Giants. So what does that mean for Matt Breida, and how would you compare him to Joshua Kelley with Austin Eckler going to miss today's game as well? So Breida gets the Seahawks and Kelley gets the Raiders.
I think good matchups for both of these guys. Better offense for the Chargers, and so I do prefer Kelley. Breida is a high-end flex for me, right around RB 27, 28 in that range. Kelley just above that.
Would you start Kelley or Jerome Ford?
I would start both Kelley and Breida ahead of Jerome Ford.
Thoughts on the Ravens running backs real quick, as Justice Hill is going to play today.
Yeah, if I had to choose between Justice Hill and Gus Edwards, I would choose Justice Hill, but neither one of them are in my top 36 running backs, and I'd start all the guys we've talked about so far ahead of them.
All right, some good news. Miles Sanders expected to play. Deebo Samuel expected to play, barring any pregame setbacks. Unfortunately, that's a 4 o'clock game. I have a Deebo league. I'm going to start him. You're going to start him too, at a one, like right now?
I moved him into our lineup in the For the People league because I saw that you had him on the bench, so I put him in. And the Miles Sanders one was more encouraging than the Deebo Samuel because I think what the quote from Ian Rappaport was, Miles Sanders will play, no issues. So I full go on Miles Sanders, a little more caution on Deebo, but you're probably starting him.
Okay. And Marquise Brown is questionable, but he is expected to play as well. So if you have Deebo, hopefully you have a late alternative just in case, but just keep it in mind. I'll read a few questions here to answer the show. Miles Sanders, Breida, Jalen Warren, or Brian Robinson?
Sanders.
George Kittle, Joshua Kelley, or James Conner?
Conner.
Christian Kirk or Jerome Ford or Brandon Ayuk? We need 2 here.
I will start the wide receivers.
McKinnon or Joshua Kelley?
Kelley.
Rashad White, Damian Pierce, Elijah Moore, or Rashee Rice?
Rashad White.
All right, one more here. Madison, Achane, or Pickens? Ooh.
I love George Pickens, so I'm gonna go with George Pickens.
All right, we'll see how that backfield split looks in Minnesota. Thanks to Heath Cummings and for all of you for watching and listening. Good luck today. We'll talk to you. We got the 11:30 a.m. stream. So check us out live, youtube.com/fantasyfootball today at 11:30. Fantasy Football Today on HQ starts at 9 a.m. today. Enjoy that early game, and good luck, everybody.